I guess we're looking for railroad survivors. More information on the University Point secret complex that has been built under it.
This place gives me the willies.
The Willies, eh? Not quite sure what I'm looking for here. Very likely they're in the credit union. I mean, also the information we're seeking. You never know. Shotgun to the head. Mayor's terminal. This is definitely after the war. This is the city that it was these days. Special session brought to order. Mayor addresses the town regarding visitor. Visitor claims to be agent of the Institute. Claims the settlement is in possession of valuable pre-war tech. Heard that it was found by a girl, Jacqueline Spencer. Floor open for discussion. Gladys Maxwell asks how we can be sure this isn't a trick. Peter Owen suggests that Jacqueline be given up to spare the town. Charles Spencer threatens Pete. Minor fight breaks out, quickly quelled. Mayor regains order. Issue to be brought to vote tomorrow night. Meeting adjourned. Meeting brought to order. Council votes to crop export limits. Export limits capped at 20% of yield. Cody Cole found playing in credit union vault. Council votes to forego punishment at this time. Council votes to change vault password. New password, Mirler Cakes. Meeting adjourned. Meeting brought to order. Discusses funding for the additional generator. Funding approved. Blah, blah, blah. University Mail. Again, this is recent times. 2285. Mayor Strickland, Betty said that Martha told her you've been having secret meetings with agents from the Institute and agreed to give them our children. Then Will told me he heard that the Institute have a nuke planted somewhere and they are going to detonate it if we don't give them the whole harvest. What is going on? Sorry about Mayor Strickland. I asked Martha to wait and see what you and the council figure out rather than going on rumors. But well, you know how she is. I'm sure you got an earful, and I know I have. Look, it's not my place to say really, but I think you'd better try to get ahead of this. Martha and Perry are spreading rumors pretty fast, so you'd probably better call a tongue. Mayor Strickland? What is all this I've been hearing about how the Institute is going to attack if we don't give them Jacqueline? I understand that your children are grown and moved away, but I have children here. How dare you keep information like this from us? We have a right to know about threats to our safety. Bert, I wish you had come to me about this first. My daughter is a smart girl and you know that. Heck, she's the one who figured out how to wire into the old university mail relay in the first place. What proof do we have that this guy was from the Institute anyway? If she told some trader she had some valuable data, that guy might be working with your visitor. It is probably just a con, but now you've got Perry involved and he's going to be out for blood. God damn it, Bert. I can't believe you are hiding behind the council charter at a time like this. The damn Spencer girl is the one who brought the Institute down on us, and if we can't give them what they want, they will wipe us off the map. These kids may not believe in them, but I know your sister was killed by Sins. If she doesn't give over the data they want, I say give her to them. They can take it out of her hide instead of ours.
As head of the town council, I call this meeting to order. In attendance.
Okay, apparently. I'd like to listen to the tape while moving. And I don't recall the name of the tape anymore. God damn it. I can't believe there's not a better system for this. Can we sort this somehow? Sort by value, weight, alphabetically. I don't see how these will really help though. Name seems like the most sensible thing. See, easy to go through with this. There's only the holotape shown. University Point Council meeting.
As head of the town council, I call this meeting to order. In attendance this evening, we have Perry Owens, Gerald Spencer, Sylvia Cooper, and myself, Bert Strickland, as acting council head.
Bert, what is all this about? I've got wheat that needs bringing in.
Yesterday, I received a very disturbing visitor. I managed to record part of the conversation. It's probably best if you all hear it. I don't see anything about that in my records. What was it you said you wanted again? Don't toy with me. We know a girl here found some pre-war data related to energy research, and you're gonna give it to us. I really have no idea what data you think we have. We're just farmers and fishers. I'd be happy to ask around for you. Please, just lower the gun. Look, I'm a reasonable man, but the Institute wants that data. You got 2 days to get it for me, and then we do this the hard way. Oh God, Jacqueline.
What has your daughter done, Gerald?
She's been saying that she was close to finding something in those old terminals she fixes up. But I don't think she actually found anything.
Bullshit! Now, I overheard her talking to that trader last week. Something about getting 10 times the price for something if she sold it in Diamond City.
Look, just let me talk to her. See if she actually has this data or not.
Pete, sit down. We all need to remain calm about this. I need you all to keep this to yourselves for now. The last thing we need is to start a panic.
So it was Kellogg. Definitely legit institute business.
What's the angle here?
Okay, this is probably what we want. Computers. I wonder what kind of power source you need for teleportation anyway.
Girl could get real comfortable in a place like this.
We just... Right. We should have the vault pass key.
I guess no one will miss it at this point.
Yep, my thoughts exactly. It's not a lot of free loot here. A couple of good locks, 2 master locks, 1 advanced.
Sweet. You sure know your way around a bobby pin.
Hello, Mr. Button. The blood thickens.
Yes.
I didn't even look what we got for loot. Don't particularly care. Looks pretty typical loot.
That's it.
Same here. Typical loot. I'll switch to heavier weaponry. Doesn't look like there's much room for hiding here. Ooh. Prototype UP-77 limitless potential.
Yes.
Unlimited ammo capacity. Huh. So no reload. Just keep firing. Research logs. Progress on the project has been slow so far, mostly because the Dean has been having Professor Campbell tailed to try to figure out where the lab is. Curtis brought up the idea of giving us unrestricted access to the lab, but Professor Campbell said that he needs to make sure things are established and safe first. Thus far, we've had trouble in containing the plasmon scattering from the electron beam. I've checked and rechecked the professor's calculations and they seem good, but it just doesn't replicate in our practicals. Progress has improved now that Curtis and I have full access to the lab. My parents think I've gotten a job at the credit union and have been pushing me to go into banking. They knew Mr. Rivera is actually a sergeant undercover. They would flip. We've been having much better results with containing the plasmon since we decided to try focusing the electron beam down to around 200 nanometers. The scattering patterns are showing up with much better grouping in the cathodoluminescence graph. At this scale, it may not end up being any good for reactor containment, but we might at least be able to improve energy consumption for small industrial or weaponry uses. I can't believe Professor Campbell used my birthday as the password, or that Curtis had to look it up. I don't know what's going on out there. Curtis and I were in early on Saturday, so we could try to get it through the day's experiments in time to go catch a movie when we heard the sirens. Some sort of EMP knocked out the power for a few minutes and Sergeant Rivera told us to stay in the lab and not to leave till he gave us the all clear. But it's been 3 days and we can hear explosions going off. Professor Campbell was supposed to be in around noon but never showed up. And our friends and parents are out there. Curtis says everything will be okay, but I can see in his eyes that he's just trying to keep it together. We've been in here for a few weeks now, according to the date on the terminal. An explosion took out the tunnel to the parking garage just after I made my last log entry. It's quieter, but every few hours we still hear explosions. We've decided to try to continue the research. If we are at war, it might help, and if nothing else, it will help us pass the time. I've been thinking that if we just adjust the angle to the parabolic reflector and focus the electron beam even further, it might get us what we need. Professor Campbell had the lab stocked with plenty of food and water, so we should be safe here for at least a few more weeks. Small scales seem to be the right direction. We brought the wavelength down to around 75 nanometers and have been getting a pretty impressive capture rate. Both of the prototypes are running at a much higher capacity. We ran out of food a couple of days ago and only have a couple of cans of water left, so we have no choice but to leave the lab. We've no idea what we'll find out there or if anyone is still alive, but we've decided to leave one of the prototypes here in case Professor Campbell made it out, so he'd know we finish it. Maybe it's a futile gesture, but Curtis agreed with me. He asked me to marry him. If there's anything left out there, I said yes. So, I'm not gonna be getting in there. I guess this is the extent of it. At least we sort of understand what the Institute got out of this. Might as well record our findings now. Okay. I'd like to get a reminder about what kind of a message we got from this group. Actually, I don't recall. Was it this?
Mr. Timms here. Randolph Safe House was not hit, but do not make direct contact. Repeat,
Something's not right
do
here.
not make direct contact. We got 3 packages, very scared packages here, requesting assistance. Our runner reports we got Gen 1's camp nearby, assuming we're under surveillance. Please have a heavy clear the area. Coordinates enclosed. After, please pass our status back to Big D. Mr. Timms out.
Yeah. I wonder if they are truly hiding in the nearby area. There's certainly a lot of locations here, so it's certainly viable. That's not our point. We needed to clear this place, report there's some kind of emergency frequency here.
You know what this place could use? Cover.
This is an emergency message to all Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency protocols 17 Echo Charlie Niner are in effect.
It's a military
If you are in
installation
distress,
there.
Please proceed to the South Boston Military Checkpoint for aid. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook. This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition. This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away for matters of national safety. This message will repeat.
Message will self-destruct. I suppose we should just report. Set up the Mila. Right. Might as well. Looks like it'll be in an area we've already visited earlier. It could be clear. Just go up there and attach the plastic thing there. There's 2 sites here. Need to head to the room. We've definitely been here. I don't recall what this place really had.
Going up. Ground floor. Ground floor. Going up. Third floor.
Well, at least I recall this place now. I think there should be something like a Super Mutant or something like that still at here. Was this a full filled with raiders? Either way, not important. If I didn't encounter the guy in the first try, probably not going to encounter him now either. Attach the thing and report to the HQ. Or is it that building? Well, fuck me. What's up? Building to the south. Yeah, it's that one. Oh, close enough. Well, shit. Not sure what that was supposed to accomplish.
Don't you die on me!
There's a turret there. What the fuck is that light? Not that it'll make much of a difference now, but because it's electrified Chinese officer sword. That would be terrifying. Muffled reinforced combat armor left arm. Strengthened reinforced. A lot of armor pieces. That's not what we want to do. That's the building. Not sure what's the correct place to try to gain entry. Rats. Way too many rats. I'll try to just deal with it without any armor change. We're just quickly moving past here, so even if it's a bit high, we'll survive it. Seriously, how the fuck do you get up there? Or is it this one? Commonwealth back. Well, we're getting up there one way or another. Just expect some traps here.
Nice.
We probably should use the elevator. Same time.
There we go.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Should give us a good idea how many enemies there are in this general area.
Got it.
Good loot. And it's not gonna do anything. Only gonna go, well, I don't know where it's gonna go. Bank vault, apparently. Corroding. Oh, come on. Ah.
I'm in.
Attention. Interfering with a law enforcement robot is a felony.
Good to know. A lot of money. Toy rocket ships.
Sweet.
Bit of money, bit of ammunition, shitty pistol.
That's it.
Ammo, money, shells. Fairly unremarkable vault. I suppose the loot isn't exactly bad or anything, just nothing worth mentioning. They should be much higher, so good chance we might get access to the roof soon. So, yeah. That's exactly what we want. Fuck. Let's not do that. Yeah, we're not even remotely in the correct direction. I need to look at the actual details of the mission. Maybe it says where we need to go. Set up Mila. Weatherway, Commonwealth Bank. Yep. It's there. We need to get higher. Yeah, how the hell are we going higher? I didn't notice exactly a huge amount of options so far. Maybe there's another entrance. This was sort of a back way in this place. Oh, there's the elevators. Going down. The other elevator is out of order here. I'm guessing it'll go further up.
Lobby. Going up.
Okay, this should be the correct place. We still have one more job to do. I think I'll actually do that since these don't really require you to do all that much. We need to make a new safe house for us. It's looks quite easy to do. New people at Starlight Driving. Excellent. We'll do a quick equipment drop and head north. It seems like a simple kill mission. Clear out the location, establish the colony, and basically use the workbench and just get the fuck out. Full problem at Nordhagen. It's completed. I think what is happening there is that you sort of have a timer on it. If you have not done the job in that time, you will fail it. If you have done it, it just automatically completes. One produced caps for me. As well transfer these things here, doesn't really matter. I think I might have extra and weapons and things like that though.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
We must find the men of science and institutes of learning. Surely they are out there still.
Farming's as honest work gets. Looking for a weapon?
I'll take a look, sure.
Let me know what you like.
Yes. We would be better scrapping this. Unlimited ammo capacity. Frankly, doesn't mean shit to me. But it's a unique weapon, so we can't exactly just scrap it. This is just wasted space. This would make more sense if you basically would strip out the second floor entirely. Build a higher roof. Place the power armor stations inside.
If you wanted to make me a second printing press while you're at it.
Humanity has fallen so since the bombs.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff coming from this.
Let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible. It is, of course, for science.
Okay, now the caribou weight is more what I would expect. Right. Let's go. Zimanja. I suppose the smart thing to do would be to, as quickly as you get settlements, set them up a little bit. You don't have to try to make something large about it, but still like have like room for 10 people and and that's pretty much it. Add something to it. Decide what it's going to do. Is it going to produce food? Are you going to have them collect junk or something? But you need a little more extra people just to establish some kind of a trade connection with your whatever your central location is going to be. A settlement of 2 people isn't going to be worth shit. They are producing something. Potatoes and wood. So, in a way they're somewhat useful, but the amounts we're talking about, the resources they produce, it's not gonna make a lick of difference unless you, well, I don't know, unless you're really into building these and want to get resources from all places as fast as possible. I don't know. To me it seems definitely it's not worth the investment. Building them somewhat up makes somewhat sense because you can add the artillery people and things like that and get a little bit of resources going. But there's no real reason to go exotic about it. Try to build those ridiculous bases or something like that unless you enjoy the building itself. Okay, what sort of fighting are we talking about here?
I ain't letting you get me.
Art.
Think I'm scared, huh?
Who are you? There are multiple arts.
How many bullets I got left? Shit. Think a Commonwealth boy's gonna give up that easy? I can't see!
It's 2 identical guys with the same name shooting at each other.
Lot of blood.
I'm gonna be sick.
Christ. I need to get out of here. Look, I'm not that interested in chatting right now. Please, I just want to be alone.
Synth component. Right. Synths killing synths. There's no real way to tell the difference, and they definitely look very real. Don't think I could really tell the difference. That's good to keep in mind with the synths. We really cannot tell the difference. Maybe after we've killed them we can tell the difference, but when they're alive, no real chance of doing that. Okay, a lot of targets here. I'm assuming they're all hostiles. Looks like raiders.
Nice being on the move again. Fewer paper cuts than back home.
Transmitters and everything. Definitely raiders.
should be.
Three guys coming our way.
Oh, I know you're here.
I know you do.
No need to hide. It'll all be over soon. Don't you die on me!
Could be your last mistake.
Was that a fucking mini nuke? Basically saved by the edge of the lake. Greater power.
I can carry something if you need me to.
Thanks for the offer, Piper.
Hell yeah.
Do Piper. Crash. Crash, 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 crash. All the killing for nothing. Blah. Where's Piper? We wish to use something a little bit more serious. Power armor guy is genuinely tough customer. So Molotov cocktails are sort of shit anyway. So fragmentation grenades are not
Sun goes
bad.
down, crazies come out.
Yeah.
I'll find you!
Not exactly an epic fight this time.
There we go.
Right. Build defenses. I'll be building defenses, don't you worry, game. This place doesn't really have the resources for it. I suppose we can strip them enough out of these. There's a crafting table. We could also probably destroy the pieces of armor. And has energy. Right. How much defenses are we talking about? Well, 0%. No. Machine gun Mark 1. I can't even do anything with it.
If we're gonna dance,
Yeah. Mind that it confirmed one thing, is the turret can, it's hard for the turret to individually spot anything but what's right in front of it, but once the alarm is made it can turn 360 degrees and cover any threat. So very limited area here. Quite sure what we need. Yeah, what are we gonna need? Someone's making a little bit of food here too, excellent. Anything else? I would assume this has the resources more or less. This is a weapon station, maybe armor station. Might be easier for us to build those and just start scrapping and stuff. See, what kind of defenses can we make? Probably it's talking about turrets. We don't have any gears. Gears would be easy to get from weapons. There's a power generator, but I think it's a small one, which produces 3 power. We don't have steel, copper, aluminum gears. Yeah, we don't have what it takes. Gears, okay. That's easy to get from the weapons here. Which would require gear, screw, aluminum, rubber. Things that we don't have. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to do shit here. Just making sure I'm not missing anything too obvious. I don't think so. Construction lights. Suppose we don't want to remove anything. So we're going to have to go and get some resources. It has water for 3, that's not much. Okay. This should not be hard to do. I think we want just some kind of a formal defense. So maybe 2 heavy turrets, machine gun turret. I don't want to build anything extensive there. I have no idea what's the real purpose of that place. So just enough to get the job done. We need 20 steel, 4 circuitry, 4 gear, 8 oil. Circuitry, gear, oil. That's gear. Circuitry and oil. Soltron circuit board. Nope. Well, we have circuitry. We can always bring the rest back, so that partly matters. Cooking oil. That's oil. Do we need more gear? Might as well try how many gears we have. I would assume we have some. 103.
What's that for?
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Steel. Well, we can easily get steel. We could also send some settlers here. We really wanted to. Don't know why we would want to. There's enough of the fencing here that we can turn that to steel if this place doesn't have enough for some reason. Still. Right, we can add 2 easily. We should have 1 here. Seriously, I can't. It's not much, but it's something. And another. Sure, what would be a good place? Probably here. This has decent access to everything. If the attack comes from there, it's more than capable of turning. Right. I'm just getting everything out of here. No. Wrong way. Give me all the things. So, not that tough of a job. Let's report our successes. Institute Point, new settlement or hideout, and Mila. So, 3 jobs.
Hey. You say the word. Don't mind the clutter.
There be no clutter with you. Not sure if I'm going to attack Brotherhood of Steel. The Railroad doesn't seem like an organization that could take on the Institute. I mean, they're just hiding. They're just rats trying to avoid detection. So I don't think they're. I don't think we should try to cripple Brotherhood of Steel in.
Carrington wants to talk with you. Sounds important.
Just to cater to these guys. I don't think they're up to the task.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing something.
Neil is transmitting loads of information. At first glance, the atmosphere appears normal, but I'm going to dive deep into the data. I already lined up another place to stash one of my babies, if you got the time.
Well, might as well. Commonwealth Bank, John. This is the next one. Parkview Apartments. Why not?
For every synth that makes it out, there's a round on me.
We got a lot of synths in play right now. Makes things really dangerous.
Ah, good, you're here.
Setting human-machine interface to 100%. Good day, Agent. My data indicates Mercer Safe House has been established. Reward dispensed. Further help is required. I have the location of a Black Ops cache. It contains supplies our organization needs. Railroad Alpha has asked for you to secure the cache from any hostiles in its vicinity.
What's in the cache?
Contents are classified. However, if the cache is secured, it increases our organization's effectiveness by 2%. Warning, margin of error is 3%. The cache is hidden in compliance with tactical counter-surveillance protocols. This RFID device will locate and unlock the cache upon close proximity.
Nice. That sounds pretty high-tech.
Correct. The cache belonged to the Defense Intelligence Agency. The DIA's technological capabilities were more advanced than many branches of the government. You only have to secure the cache. Runners will transport contents on a separate timetable. Terminating human-machine interface.
Right. Jackpot. Do you want to talk to...
Need something?
Hey, Doc.
Ah, good, you're here. There's been a development. A raider gang has captured one of our agents, codenamed Blackbird. The twist is, we thought he was already killed at Augusta Safe House. Desdemona clings to the far-fetched hope that A, Blackbird is alive, and B, he can tell us what happened to the synths held at Augusta when it fell. So she wants you to tackle this fool's errand.
Is it really a fool's errand?
If you chain too many assumptions together, you rarely get what you bargain for. I doubt we'll find more than a body. The Dead Drop has the full briefing. Raiders aren't known for keeping their captors alive. But, since you're risking your neck, good luck.
God damn it! Losing Augusta is a real blow. Not your fault, I know.
I cleared out some Gen 1s for Randolph Safe House.
Randolph is still operational? Finally, some good news. We thought they were another casualty of the switchboard disaster. But Randolph's been dark for too long. It'll be controversial, but we have to put them under quarantine.
Is a quarantine really necessary?
It's possible the safe house has been replaced by Institute infiltrators. It's happened before. No. The smart move, the only move, is to keep them isolated until we know for certain. Our only communication with Randolph is going to be by Dead Drop. Check in periodically with Drummer Boy. He coordinates the Dead Drops for us. Thanks.
Anything else?
Desdemona.
Establishing Mercer Safe House is a sign we're on the road to recovery. Thank you for that.
Randall Safe House 1. I'm guessing that's not the end of it. Where's our little drummer boy? Yeah.
One more hour until my shift ends.
We have a backlog of synths in the pipe.
Hi.
Let's get them
You from
out
one of
the
those vaults?
Safe.
You got too many teeth to be a scaver.
Okay.
We're all the synths got.
I guess I'll be ending it here and we'll go after our next set of missions. I hope this does lead to something. Next level will be 35. Yeah, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna give us anything really decent. We're gonna be, yeah, moving towards gun nut for armor 4. Although it sort of shows how worthless the armor really is in a playstyle like this. Even with the companion, we don't always take that much damage. And if we would ditch her, we would be in a much better place to basically just dish out damage and avoid being really detected. However, it's always a bit risky. There's gonna be a situation where that's not gonna work, but I guess that's why we have the stealth boys. So I wouldn't be too worried about that either. Still, it allows you to stay hidden better too. I mean, the ability to change your armor. And I'm guessing at least at the later stage of the game, if Bethesda game design holds true, it's going to force us into some kind of fighting anyway, where we can't make our choices anymore like that. We might be able to alter the situation a little bit, like maybe hack some turrets or robots, but I think it's just going to be a fairly straightforward tough fight like with Kellogg. Game's not going to give us a lot of choices.